Well, I'm cutting out today using my laser this coat of arms that I've designed, and I've got two pieces. I've got the piece on the left, which is going to be the back of the plaque, and then the piece on the right, which is going to fit on that and then be filled with resin. And I'm going to be using this great new tool that Xtools have brought out, which is called the Air Assist. It is so quiet, you can barely hear it, and I think that's because it's on some great rubber legs. It attaches to your laser really easily. I think it took me about 4 minutes to actually unbox it and attach it to the laser. It was so simple to do. I've just got it sitting next to the laser. I'm cutting this again using the honeycomb cutting mat. It really makes a massive difference. I have my extractor fan right above this, and as you'll see in a second, it really does suck all that smoke out, and I can't tell there's any smoke in the rest of the studio. I'm using one of the boards that Xtools sent me, and these are readily available on their website. It's got a beautiful grain on it, and I like that. To ensure that I don't damage the grain during the cutting or during the filling of it of resin, I've put this large sheet of masking tape over the top of it, and it will just cut through that and engrave through that, and then allow me to do everything that I've got to do without doing any damage to that lovely grain. I've got my safety goggles on. As always, I wear them all the time. Turn on the air assist, and as you can hear, well, you can't hear. All you can hear is the actual air coming out of the thing as opposed to the machine itself. It's got no noise to it at all. And can you see how little smoke there is? Because all that smoke is just going through this honeycomb up and out of my extractor. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Well, this is all finished now and cut, and obviously the paper's still on there, which is going to be really useful when I come to fill that with resin, and that's the base. And all I need to do now is glue that onto there, and then I'm going to put a nice big heavy weight on there. I'm using these blocks of resin that I've got from Resin, where people have sent me it, and absolutely it's a load of rubbish. What I do is I just make blocks out of it and refuse to review it or do anything with it. I'm going to be using good old wood glue for this, and I'm going to brush this on because actually I think it's quite important to not overdo it, and then leave this to set up overnight. And as you can see, there's no burning at all on there, and that's what the Air Assist does. It really is an amazing piece of kit. It not only helps with the actual cutting, but it also gives you a much neater edge as well. And the other great thing about this is I don't have to worry about any damming tape or anything like that, because it's kind of got its own damming tape already attached to it, which will be this glue. Glues really easily, and then I'll just push this down and put the weights on it. Well, now that I've got my coat of arms all cut out, I'm ready to fill it up, and I shouldn't have to do anything to protect it, although I will be careful because I've still got this tape on here, and this is glued up lovely. I'm now going to mix up the quick cure resin by J Diction, and then what I'm using is a pipette to put this in. Now I've added mica powder to the Phoenix, and I've put a little dollop in, and then what I use is a blunt nose needle to push that resin right up into the very points and all the areas, and any intricate bits like this. If you do that, and then when you put the next lot of resin on the top, it will follow the resin that's already there, and you won't get any gaps or holes or things. So as you can see now, I'm filling this up. Now normally I would do this several at a time, and that's what I'm going to do now. So I'll put some resin in each one of these little gaps, and then use the blunt nose needle to push that through, and that also gives it time then to settle and to ensure that there is no trapped air bubbles that could pop up again in a second. And then I'll go over it and fill it all. It works really well. I just want to say a quick thank you to all my members whose names are coming up now. The membership has grown phenomenally in the last few weeks, and I think I may cut it off at about 200. It's a great community, and we have a laugh, and we also help each other and support each other. So as you can see, just filling in where the beak is now, and now I will go in and top that up a little bit more. Also, thank you to everyone that got me a coffee. Your names are coming up on my coffee board, and they do every month. Anything that people send to me to buy a coffee with, I reinvest directly into the channel to buy some new stuff with to keep making videos. So again, just filling this up and ensuring that I've got it to the height that I want it at. and making sure, using my little blunt nose needle, that it's everywhere. Also, a lot of people don't realise I have another channel where I do lots of different arts and crafts outside of resin. So please check that out, and I'll put the link to that in the description below. And I have a lot of fun on that channel. I'll do the same process with the rose, but I'm going to fill that with glitter and resin as well. And here you go, you can see now that that is completely done. Make sure you pop any bubbles using a long neck lighter at this stage, and then let it cure up. This is all finished now and cured up. I went over the wood as well to darken it a little bit with some Indian redwood wood dye, and I love how that's given it a little bit more depth of colour, and you can still see the grain. It's nice and sparkly, the rose, and the bird looks like, well, I would say possibly a phoenix. I'm not sure. What do you think, what sort of bird that is? And I think these would make great gifts, especially if you put people's names on them. And you can put names on them. It's fairly easy to do. I'm going to have this up somewhere. I really like it. Let me know in the comments what you think of it. And let me know if you think this is a phoenix or what sort of bird you think that is. Even if it is a real bird, I'm not sure. Please beat that like button if you've enjoyed this video and found it really useful. It does help my videos to get out there. And remember, if you're a first-time viewer, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. I will link the Xtools D1 laser, which I believe is on special offer at the moment as well. I think there's a discount code attached to it if you follow the link. And also everything else that I've used today as well in the description below. Take care. Enjoy your resin. Bye.